Welcome to a very happy episode of the Group Parlay podcast. As always, Kevin Asoyan, Andy Simo, Nick Strom. We're off the schneid. We finally hit again in December. No push. Three massive shout-outs for the games yesterday. Number one, Spencer Rattler for just being complete ass. He is so shout out him for just being terrible against the Raiders. Number two, Matt LaFleur, going for two that was completely unnecessary, but getting it. And avoiding that push of +3, and they ended up losing by 2 instead. Just perfect. And then final shout out, Zach Ertz, 7 catches, 2 touchdowns, caught the winning touchdown, sealed the deal against Strom in the third place game for me, win me a couple $100. So we're feeling great. We're feeling great. Yesterday was awesome. I'll let Kevin recap it.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day. I loved having one game at a time, too. That made it extra fun. But yeah, we had Raiders money line for myself to start the first game. Started a little slow for the Raiders, but their offense is halfway decent. I don't hate O'Connell either. Brock Bowers didn't do that much either, but Abdullah, man. Abdullah's a stud. I love Abdullah. 25-10 final there. Easy stuff in New Orleans there. I think Commanders -2.5 for Andy. Yeah, this one was crazy last night. Going OT there, getting the touchdown to seal that. We only needed the field goal, but yeah, just beautiful stuff there. 30-24 final. And then we had Strom with Packers +3 in the middle slate. This one was absolutely dead. My girlfriend, or fiance, sorry, Packers fan on the couch, sad. I started cooking dinner, just stopped watching. I was like, oh, this game's over. She's mad. We lost the parlay. Bad vibes all around. And I just keep hearing the TV from the distance about the comeback, scoring, put it on. People forget, too. LaFleur went for a couple fourth downs there in the first quarter. They could have actually won that game if they would have kicked the field goal in the first quarter. I think that was actually. So they only lost by 2. Good stuff from Strami. And the boys finally hit a full parlay. +397. And maybe we're back. On the month, we're still down 21 units, but we got 2 parlays left here. We can get it down to like 15, 14 maybe. I'm 15-12, Andy 14-13, Nick 11-15-1. Let's try to get some momentum.
Vibes going high in 2025.
Just need a little momentum. That's all we need.
Yeah. And today we have Monday Night Football. We're not even forcing a parlay. We're not even forcing a same game parlay. Makes me very happy that we're all going different sports today. So with that, let's get into the picks. Strom, why don't you kick it off with your pick?
Yep, I am going to the Monday night game, and I'm going Lions -3 against the Niners. Revenge spot here for the Lions, who lost to the 49ers last year in the NFC Championship. Not much to play for the Lions here. Everything comes down to next week, which makes me a little worried against the Vikings. But both these teams are banged up. 49ers have only beaten the Bears in the last 6 weeks. 49ers struggle against the run. Expecting a nice day from Jahmyr Gibbs here. And I really can't bet against Dan Campbell. In his career as a head coach for the Lions, 45-20-1 against the spread. I think the Lions are going to roll momentum into next week. I think they're going to try to beat up on the 49ers here. Big game next week against the Vikings. So give me the Lions -3 against the Niners.
It's the right pick. That's really all I can say. They're not playing for much this game, but it's the right pick.
Again, I just don't see Dan Campbell does not lay down.
It's like 91% on the Lions.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't like it. Did you see favorites? I don't know the number. Favorites covered like almost every game besides 2 or 3. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's either going to regress here or just be a week of favorites. So.
Yeah, on Action Network, it is 88% on Detroit, 12% on San Francisco.
Public knows ball.
Public has no ball.
The hook, though.
I don't know.
If we were taking this at 3.5, I'd be a little worried, but 3 even. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Like you said, I think they want to win this game.
I think so too. I'll go next. I'm going to a bowl game. I'm going Mizzou. Mizzou money line against Iowa, the Music City Bowl or whatever it is in Nashville. I you know what? Luther Burden's not playing for Mizzou, but I think even bigger than that, Caleb Johnson is not playing for Iowa. He was the leading rusher in the Big Ten, and he really was their offense. He averaged 6.4 yards a game, so their backup's going to have to step in. He's averaging a whole or 6.4 rush yards per game, rush per attempt, whatever it is. Words are hard. Their backup's averaging a whole yard less than Caleb Johnson. So I think they're going to lose a lot of juice with that. Also, Cade McNamara, he is the starter for Iowa. He is questionable with concussion, so he might not even play. Brady Cook is playing. This is his last game of his college career. If you're a Mizzou fan, you know that guy gives everything he has on the field. Players rally around him. Also, Luther Burden, 6 touchdowns, great player, is going to be a first-round pick. He's not even their leading receiver. Theo Weiss is their leading receiver. He is playing tonight. Both their running backs from Mizzou are playing tonight. Pretty much their whole team outside of Mookie Cooper, Brett Norfleet, and Luther Burden are playing. So I think Mizzou's got, they've played a better schedule. Iowa really has no great wins. Wisconsin or Minnesota? They got beat up on by Ohio State this year. I think Mizzou's got the better schedule, the better team. SEC is going to beat Big Ten today.
Yeah, much better team. Should be a low-scoring game with Iowa's defense, but just a solid SEC offense versus just no offense. A high school offense, I'd say.
Honestly, Iowa is they're 9-3 to the over. They're kind of an over team this year.
Yeah, but their lines are set at
Big Ten.
Whatever.
It's a correction from last year. Everyone was on it because of last year.
Yeah, the lines were crazy.
I don't know.
I saw this, not that it's a super big story, but we got the Penn State transfer quarterback. I was also trying to get that quarterback, so a little bit of bad blood, which I like in this game.
Oh yeah, they're back up. Yeah.
So if you announce you're transferring, you're out in this game, right?
Yeah.
They can decide to play, I'm pretty sure.
No, because Mookie Cooper transferred to Alabama or Georgia, and he's not playing. So
I think it's players' decision.
Oh, you might be right about that.
All right.
So, yeah. Go get it, Kev.
All right. To finish off the parlay, going to NBA. Haven't gone NBA in a while. Having a good NBA month. Going Bulls -3.5. They are in Charlotte playing the Hornets, and the Bulls own the Hornets. They've beaten them 7 or 8 times in a row going back to last year, and they've covered the spread in 6 of their last 7 against them, also going back to last year. The Hornets have lost each of their last 9 home games in a row. Just a bad team. The Bulls are a big tier above them, having guys like Zach LaVine. And Vooch, who's having a great year still. No Io, but besides that, everyone should be playing for the Bulls. I think Hornets are pretty healthy. Just better basketball team here. Not going to overthink it. Bulls always beat the Hornets.
Should be high scoring. Should be fun.
What could go wrong? I did see this one. I was looking at it last night, and I'm like, the line doesn't seem right, which always scares me.
You think it should be higher?
Yes. 3.5? Or I don't. What was it? 5.5 actual?
5.5 probably.
Seems light.
Yeah, Bulls are playing decent ball. They just beat the Bucks.
Bucks without Giannis, but the Bulls are a confusing team. They beat good teams and then they lose to bad teams. It just doesn't make sense. NBA's an anomaly. I hate it.
NBA's weird this year. Yeah, it's not. This is the least I've been into NBA in a while. To the bad spot.
Doesn't help that the Bulls exiled their whole market in Chicago. This CHGO network, but
it's dumb.
That's true.
I mean, look, the Mizzou game's at 1:30 Central Time. So, but as a Mizzou fan, I just know if it's a close game, they're going to let us down somehow, some way. But they're good in bowl games. They're usually good in bowl games. Anyway, to recap the picks, we have Bulls -3 at -140. Mizzou money line -142, and then Lions -3 at -141. Comes out to +399 for today's parlay. Could be good early, could be dead early.
One can hope. Let's make it through the day.
Yeah, we got a 1:30 game here, so we will find out early if we're live.
All right. Let's get it, boys.
Let's do it.